Now let's go for the trial of Boris, Doris, and Rosie Anderson at Great Waterton Court, Soder. Life event begins now.
Court is now in session. So we are going in a record in a matter of people versus Boris, Doris, and Rosie Anderson, who are convicted of child abuse by giving your son many punishment days, abusing him so badly, and murdering him a few times. Boris, Doris, and Rosie Anderson, do you realize how much damage you have done to your son's life? And you're almost about to chainsaw him by giving him an ultimate punishment day. Luckily, the Pokemon team, Ash, Serena, Bonnie, and Clement stopped you in time. You even grounded him for stupid and pathetic reasons, destruction of his room several times, brutally and injuring him 24/7, murdered him a few times, but luckily, Gonimate logic always brought him back to life. What the hell is wrong with you people? Do you have anything to say for this?
For your information, Caillou is the worst son we could have. He always caused trouble and destruction to Go City. He deserves to have a punishment day.
I agree with my husband. He's nothing but a troublemaker, and he deserves to be punished big time, and he also deserves to die.
I agree with my parents. He even got revenge on us and ruined our life. He doesn't deserve to live on this world.
Mom, Dad, and Rosie, do you realize how much you put me through? I'm getting tired of you grounding me and giving me punishment days nonstop, and I had to get revenge on you because how the way you treated me like a slave and punching bag. You are the worst parents I ever had. You gave away my freedom and...
Shut up, Caillou. You brought this to yourself. You don't ever talk to us like that. If you dare speak to us like that, me, your mother, and sister will.
Shut the hell up, Boris. Your son has a right point about you. Don't you even think about giving your son a punishment day cause you're in handcuffs. You have no remorse at all. You should realize that this is child abuse, and how badly you treated him, and punished him way to the extreme. You, your wife, and daughter should be ashamed of yourselves.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, Inspector?
The Pokemon team has found and brought the other criminals who abused Caillou. Their names are Fred Jones and Samster5677. They are already bringing them here to court now.
Oh my God, please tell me this is true.
What? Don't tell us that they...
Hey, get your hands off this right now. You better let us go at once. You can't do this to us.
Hi, Fred and Samster5677. It seems they arrested and brought you here too.
And Boris, what's going on? And I see Caillou right next to the judge.
Fred, these people are giving angry stares at both of us.
Oh my God. They're really angry at us.
I really feel like something is wrong. I feel so scared. Oh boy, this is really making me uncomfortable and scared.
Well, looks like we have more criminals who abused Caillou Anderson in my court.
Hey, who are you to call us criminals? Caillou is a criminal, and should be in jail, and...
Shut the hell up, mister. You are criminals because you abused Caillou and involved in his punishment days. Now that you child-abusing scumbags are here, let's continue with the session. Fred, you are convicted of child-abusing Caillou, giving him a lot of concussion times. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I hate Caillou so much. He also caused trouble and destruction to Go City, and killed his parents along with Dora like almost 7 years ago, and I helped his parents with his punishments.
That is no excuse to do that, and I believed why he and Dora killed their parents. It is because of the way they've treated him. You should be ashamed. You should realize that giving concussion can cause brain injuries. And secondly, Samster5677, you are convicted of creating violent videos out of Caillou. You also claimed that you didn't support child abuse, but you actually did. Are you insane? You can get a community guideline for that. You should be very ashamed of yourself. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I did made violent videos out of Caillou, because he's my worst character.
Samster5677, are you serious? I can't believe you made violent videos out of Caillou.
Yeah. Did we raise you that way? Just wait until you're found guilty.
Samster5677, your parents are right. And that's no excuse to make those videos. Boris, Doris, Rosie, Fred, and Samster5677, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
I plead myself guilty.
Well, only one pleaded guilty and the rest pleaded not guilty. I don't believe this. Let's hear what the jurors are going to say about this.
Well, Boris, Doris, and Rosie, I cannot believe you made Caillou drink toilet water. You know that water is disgusting, and can cause vomit. I say you three are guilty.
I'm mad at you guys that you poured cold water on Caillou while bathing. You know that it will cause him to have a more serious fever than COVID-19. I say you're guilty.
I can't believe that you made Caillou hate Chuck E. Cheese's. You know he loves that restaurant so much. I say you three are guilty.
Rosie, I can't believe that you punched Caillou severely in the face. And yet Boris and Doris, you thought that was a good idea to unground her? How insane. I say you are guilty.
Boris, I can't believe that you paper cut and dump lemonade on Caillou. You know those objects can physically injure him. I say you're guilty.
Boris, I can't believe you taser shot Caillou. You know this can cause death. I say you're guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie. I'm furious of you because you smashed Caillou's computer. You know it costs an arm and a leg. I say you're guilty.
Boris, I can't believe you allow Fred to kick Caillou in the guts. You know that kicking private parts is child molesting. I say you're guilty.
Peter, Sam and I are furious at you because you made Caillou drink vinegar.
You know it can cause his stomach to sustain severe damage. We say you're guilty.
I'm seriously mad at you guys that you made Caillou walk barefoot on Lego bricks.
Just wait until Miss Jenny punish you severely. Jack and I say you're guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie, I'm so furious at you because you burned all of Caillou's stuff in his room. You know that they costs money. I say you are guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie. I'm mad that you made Caillou jumped into a hole. You know that he can die for suffocating.
And Boris, you even buried him alive with a bulldozer. That's very insane of you to do that. We say you're guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie, I'm angry that you grilled Caillou's console, which costs money.
Not only that, you also toast the burned stuff at him. Are you guys mentally ill? I say you are guilty.
I'm so mad that you forced Caillou to play Five Nights at Freddy, which is unsuitable for younger players.
You also made him watch Scooby-Doo, which can scary graphics. You guys are psychopath. I say you're guilty.
Fred, Sunstreaker and I are mad at you for giving Caillou a lava shower and made him drink it. You know it can cause destruction to his digestive system.
Same goes for you, Boris, Doris, and Rosie Anderson. We say you're guilty.
Fred, I'm mad at you because you threw Doris' phone at Caillou. You know it can cause Caillou's face to hurt a lot.
Bumblebee is right. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. We say you're guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie, how dare you smashed all of Caillou's toco, which costs a lot. I say you're guilty.
Doris, and Rosie Anderson, I can't believe you ran over Caillou with a car many times. You know he could die for that. I say you're guilty.
Boris, you psychopath and Michelle. I'm so furious that you whipped Caillou several times. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I say you are guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie Anderson, you child-abusing morons! I can't believe you made Caillou eat a spoonful of acid. You know that it can corrode his mouth. I say you're guilty.
I'm so angry at you guys, because you pushed Caillou from a helicopter to a bunch of cactus. You know those thorns can severely injure him. I say you're guilty.
Boris and Doris, I'm angry at you because you poured liquid nitrogen on Caillou. You should realize that it is extremely cold, and Caillou can get frozen. I say you're guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie Anderson. How dare you forced Caillou to drink expired milk? Not only that, you made him eat a 10-year-old burger.
You know well that those food and drink can cause diarrhea, Captain America, and I say you're guilty.
Freudian spit. Are you guys psychopaths? How dare you blasted loud music at Caillou?
You know ear can bleed. Hulk say you guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie. I'm mad at you guys because you gave Caillou a hot shower. You know it can cause his skin to burn.
Not only that, you also made Caillou to jump into dry ice. Are you guys insane? We say you're guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie. Are you guys mentally ill? How dare you made Caillou watch scary movies and sending him to scary logos?
You know that he's too young for those content. I say you're guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie. How dare you made Caillou eat soil? You know those are not for eating.
Yeah. You also put him in the microwave, which can cause skin cancer. You guys are seriously felonies. I say you're guilty.
I'm so mad that you gave Caillou a pepper spray bath.
You also drilled out his eyes, which is murder, and people cannot see without their eyes.
You also made Caillou ride a dangerous roller coaster. I say you're guilty.
Are you seriously kidding me? How dare you chainsaw Caillou's teeth? You know that this is murder, and people cannot eat without their teeth.
Yeah. Did your parents raise you that way? We say you're guilty.
I'm so mad at you because you threw Caillou into the dumpster. You know this can cause him to lose sanity. I say you're guilty.
Boris, I'm so mad at you because you made Caillou swallow an entire pile of pills. Don't you know when to eat those pills? I say you're guilty.
Boris and Doris, I'm so furious at you because you put Caillou in a freezer for 1 hour. You know he can get sick for that?
Not only that, you also cut off his tongue, which is murder, and people can't taste without their tongue. You guys are seriously murderers. The tortures you gave Caillou was more brutal than what Thanos did to me many years ago. We say you're guilty.
Sorry if it's too loud. You psychopath murderers! How freaking dare you made Caillou eat glass shards? You know that they can cause his mouth to bleed.
Yeah, you also locked him in a closet full of fireworks and pushed him off the Empire State Building. You felonies are mentally ill. We say you're guilty.
I am Groot.
You psychopath morons. How dare you made Caillou eat cactus?
You know that cactus are not for eating.
It also causes mouth to bleed. We say you're guilty.
Boris, Doris, and Rosie Anderson. You psychopath child-abusing scumbags. I'm so furious that you sent Caillou to space. You know that he can't breathe in space.
You also sent Caillou to Jupiter or Neptune, which is unsuitable for living things. Carol Danvers is right. You guys are murderers. We say you're guilty.
Thank you for your scoldings, Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, Emily, Sir Handel, Peter, Sam, Jack, Alfie, Serena, May, Dawn, Optimus Prime, Rodimus Prime, Ironhide, Prowl, Mirage, Sunstreaker, Bumblebee, Cliffjumper, Bob the Builder, SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Sandy, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor Odinson, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Black Panther, War Machine, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Wasp, Spider-Man, Peter Quill, Gamora, Nebula, Drax, Mantis, Rocket, Groot, Kraglin, Adam Warlock, Carol Danvers, and Kamala Khan.